Welcome back, guys. We're here after round 3 to see some of the highlights. Sandbox, they couldn't go to Zarky, so they decided to challenge Kakao here at the military island. The military base did not work out for them. But honestly, Joel, I'm just waiting to see the highlight of Sexy Pig blowing up the entire team of Lunatic High Flux.
Can I just not talk until we get that highlight? Because I think that's what we're all waiting for here, because really important to see all the solo queue games and trying to talk about that military base in the apartments. We don't see in the competitive games too much, and got to see a lot of interesting things because the Circle is playing against all the teams here, and C9 trying to have a hard time. Really struggled against AFF, who really just had the right angle upon them, and being split up 2-2 did not help their cause and got them to get that early exit after getting a second place position after round 2.
Blaster X was lighting up Kakao TV, by the way. He stayed alive for a very long time, made it to about 6th or 5th place, I believe.
He did it without a helmet, and very nicely done, and to just farm out in trying to get to the position. And Genji Black also kind of suffered from them splits as well, losing one member at a time, eventually getting to Sexy Pig, who was the last remaining member.
Some crazy shots here from Dabak. Sexy Pig does get his revenge in the end.
What? 5? Are you
Look
serious?
at this. This is it. He lobs a grenade and it goes right underneath, hits 2 of them, and then he wins the fight against Hana, wipes the entire team. And you can see another angle here, as it looks like Retri actually fell out of the vehicle at first. So all 4 of them were alive, and then they were all dead immediately.
Impressive to see that once again in close motion, but Figure Freaks Fado trying to get the kills. That was really impressive for them, but Blaster X could not stay alive. And to Says, I feel like they played that correctly because they were patient in the circle right before this one. They could have just charged into that compound, trying to greet over that, but they kept their patience cool down and tried to survive their members along the open field, and this is what they get in the end. They get really good positioning over Says, over Zod Gaming, and really easy kill there in the end with that M249 to get the kill where they needed.
Caught trying to peek there was New 2K, but there was very little chance that he could have won that fight from there, as it was 1v3. We're going to take a look at the stats here, and OG and Entis Ace with that victory. They get 600 points, and they go to 3rd place.
You don't need much to get, obviously, a high position ranking. If you get 1 chicken dinner, you're going to be at the top position in that round of 4s, and looking at Cloud9, they had a really good position early, but they exited early from that Lipovka by splitting 2-2 against the Figure Freaks Fatal, and they see them drop down to 5th. It's not really impossible for them to get a good round once again in round 4. I can see them getting that top 3 position that they're really, really wanting, but I feel like Genji Black and BSG Luna has been on top here, very consistent through all 3 rounds so far.
Yeah, that they had. I mean, we mentioned it at the beginning of the day, and I actually made my prediction at the halfway point. I'm like, well, Genji Black is probably going to be in the top 3, if not first. But now they actually could be challenged, right? They need to do a decent job here in the 4th and final round on FPP Erangel, which does turn out to be their best map and combination overall, but they still need to be consistent, get a good map, and hope that BSG Luna and even OG and Entis Ace doesn't catch up to them.
BSG Luna has been really, really good of what they're trying to bring out to a new meta of PUBG, and weeks by weeks, they get better at it, and they really seem to master their craft. And here they are once again very much rivaling the best team in the league with Genji Black, and BSG Luna looking very, very good now, and OG and Entis trying to get back into form now in 3rd place, trying to finish out strong for the day.
Well, BSG Luna has a lot of fans. We get the biggest cheers, actually, when something happens with BSG Luna, whether someone dies or someone gets knocked and killed. So even some Zod Gaming fans over here for you guys. They've even got, 3 members who came cheering. Zod Gaming getting some more fans after they did their little show with us, SpoTV.
They did their side show just about weeks early, and we had that program available, and got to see a lot of fans from it, and got new fans acquired just through that program alone. So it's about the exposure, visibility. You're going to have probably 80 players you have to keep track of, talking about the leagues of PUBG that we have with so many teams available. we're going to get to know the teams each week and week out. And BSG Luna used to be one of those teams that was never known. It was really an unknown team. Now they have this humongous fan base here in Korea. I think the foreign teams will also be looking towards them as well.
Yeah, true, Joel. So, guys, we're ready to get into FPP Erangel. Let's do it right now. Here we do go. The flight path is going to be a lot more forgiving this time around. It's going to be very good for Cloud9 as well if they do want to go up towards Stalber-Kamashki this time around.
Seems like that is the case. We talked about them going to Stalber-Kamashki. Going to be the best flight path for that one. And Genji Black also going to South Georgia Port will be less of a difficulty this time around. Rojak always going to be a good starting location. BSG Luna has been kind of troubled by Fire and some of the other teams who are trying to rival them in this area, but this time around, Fire, it doesn't seem like they're going to be invading BSG Luna through their rotations and seemingly doing much better for BSG Luna, having really good 3 rounds so far. In round 4, we can just expect them to do just a good another round here.
Well, let's take a look at where these teams do want to drop. We have the updated graph there of Sandbox going to military base. We'll see if they challenge them once again.
Ooh,
looks like they will. Or they might go towards Primorsk, in fact.
I wonder if they got that data that Primorsk was empty in round 3. If that was the case, then that's good preparation for these guys, but Sandbox going to be less trouble by going over to Primorsk, trying to go for the first location here. And see the chicken dinner winners here, with Team Blossom coming in round 1 and Cloud9 getting round 2 with the Miramar matches. And the first match of Erangel going over to OG and Entastates, having tasted the chicken dinner in PWM for the longest of times. And it's good to see them right back in the track and see what they can do in round 4 will be interesting as well.
C9 you can see up towards the top here. Already a couple of members heading east. And it looks like OG and Entastates, of course, their beloved Yasunaya, going to be heading up over there. What does that say, Joel?
And Chris, this is saying that, you know, with the first play we just got in round 3, they want to take that momentum and carry that all the way to the finals and try to get a championship victory, even in PWM. Of course, they got the OG and PSS victory in the preseason. I'm talking about the beta season we had over there, and got the championship on that one, but couldn't get it again with OG and PSS. Now, season 1, go over to RG Centurion. They haven't tasted the championship in a long time, OG and Entastates. You want to try it again here in PWM. Could be a good starting point for these guys.
Taking a look at the map, the circle is going to be up towards the northwest. Fantastic for Genji, even Klux, or BSG Luna, who Aqua 5 actually went to school. It doesn't look like anyone else landed anywhere near Rojak in school, so it should be all given over to BSG Luna, which should be fantastic loot.
I mean, look at where they are. Isco's going to have Rojak all to himself. Draft is going to be in the apartments nearing the school area, and Aqua 5 school all by himself, and Wicked just a trash loot, just a little bit to the right side of Ruins. And they're going to have a lot of loot. They're going to have a lot of loot to carry them game forward. And Yasunaya going to be occupied by OG and Entis as expected. Lunatic Flux trying to rival them as well, but they're going to have a difficult time trying to fight them out here because I think both teams are really looking for good placements here and not going to opt for a very early fight to risk their causes.
I was trying to look on the map where Astric went. We saw them land once at Yasunaya, but they're actually down south on the military island, just doing some trash loot above the military base and slowly heading over towards Novo Repnoya. So should get some decent loot here. Trying to hide behind a tree is successful.
RG Centurion, they like to start at Lipovka. They're going to take the vehicles to get there and just going to ignore any type of early encounters if they can. Kakao winning their rights over the military base after getting that away from Sandbox, who did get completely wiped in round 3 in their intentions trying to fight against Kakao. Did not work out, and Kakao rightfully now has all the rights to this entire area of Sosnovka military base and going to find themselves very wealthy as they exit the island for the mainland Erangel.
Yeah, they're going to be starting off pretty good in terms of their loot, but they're also going to have to take a vehicle up towards the north. Curious to see what kind of rotation they'll do. Maybe they'll go over towards the west side. You shouldn't see too many teams over there. Would be safer than the Milta, Farm, Shelter, And of course, all the other teams coming up from the Yasnaya and Lapovka.
The C9 there. We're gonna have Stolber and Kameshki. Well, actually, they're not gonna have Kameshki as fire with 7 Kings, having that position by himself. So C9 very, very separated with all 4 members. Suck is gonna be right below Severny, and Catch is gonna be just a little bit left towards the southwest side of Stolber, and Eureka south of Stolber. And Succession is gonna be the only one to farm out the entirety of that mountainous side of Stolber.
Some great loot here for drafts. Level 3 helmet, level 3 vest, level 3 bag. Just about all you could hope for here. Looks like he was carrying a M16 at the same time.
See, the cheers coming from the crowd is absolutely just hilarious because, you know, imagine BSG Luna from a month ago. You don't hear that. You don't hear the cheers coming from the crowds, and here they are looking proud of what they have accomplished over the weeks. And I think it's as if they're hearing me exactly trying to just cheer louder every time a new player comes forth, and just trying to prompt the observers to show them every time. But Yunru is going to find himself to a trouble here with Rocket in the mix.
We'll see if Vino did get spotted here. Esther, no, it doesn't look like he knows at all. Yunru's also coming in here. This could be really dangerous for them, especially in FPP, if they did not spot Vino and they try to come up here and loot this house.
We'll see what happens, though. We see the backup coming up with Vino all by himself. Yunru just getting out. He hears a vehicle and trying to just go for the car that's coming in. He's going to get the kill, though.
Oh, trying to line up Esther from behind. That's going to be a quick kill onto Esther. And we talked about how Genji Black had to get a decent result, at least, you know, better than BSG Luna to get first place, but they already lost Esther.
Now, I see the idea coming in from Genji Black there. They heard the card coming out, so Esther and Yunru is going to just outnumber them 2-1 and trying to get the kill, but that was only a distraction as Vino was ready on the house, really unscathed there. Now Yunru is going to be covered by 4 members of Rocket In. They might lose their second member here, Genji Black.
This is the strategy I love from PUBG, although Yunru says, I'm going to fire back. Takes one with him. And let's see his evasive maneuvers. Not going to work for him now as 3 members charge up with the Uzi. And now that's going to be 2 members of Genji Black taken early.
So it was a 2-2 split shown by Genji Black on multiple occasions, but they always had to be aware that Rocket In was going to be farming at the entirety of the North Georgia pool. And that rotation would have been a lot faster for these guys, the Genji Black who started out at south, but really had little information as to where Vino was, and that was the kind of the start of where all this fell apart for Genji Black here.
South of shooting range, we take a look at Zod Gaming. They are near the center of the circle, actually, very close to BSG Luna, who have made their move as a team up towards the very center of the circle.
See this addition of a new player with Mickey on the lineup now. Temeria, Sungjang, and Christis. We're gonna just get some people off the map here. Gonna see a new addition and a change for OG Entus. Felt like that was needed after mediocre results coming back and forth. What they were trying to do and didn't get done. And having Mickey today on Ultimate Chicken Dinner in round 3. So not gonna be complaining for that and see what they can do in round 4.
Yeah, it's curious also that they sub out some people, as he was one of the star players for the OG Entus Ace roster. But when it's not working, you got to change something up, and that's exactly what they did. It worked for them, as you mentioned. We'll see if they can get another good result, because as of right now, they're in 3rd place again, so they still have a chance to get up towards 1st or 2nd.
And when OG Entus was good, Valdez, it was about Temeria, Christis, some people, and Sanja all being star players, and you really can't exclude out one player as being the kind of the reason for why they were doing so bad in PWM these days, and they felt like kind of the role that Mickey can serve kind of adds on to what some people theoretically does himself, so felt like that substitution was needed, and it really proved to be a good one, obviously, for OG Entus for today's matches.
Yeah, sometimes you just need a fresh start. A fresh roster. Not entirely fresh, of course. Still, the majority of these members are still with them. Retri having some car trouble. And Christis is watching everything. He's going to bop him here. That didn't work. Let's try again, perhaps. But now the shots are going to come.
Had a chance to go to
the Dalvak going to get knocked.
Okay.
And he should be going down there. Christis and Mickey just snipers from afar.
Retri, I think, kind of now regrets wasting that time trying to push the car forward, trying to play bumper cars while everyone else was playing PUBG.
Yeah, well, Ritri is going to get away. He steals his buddy Tabak's buggy and just drives away. He's like, thanks for the lift, buddy.
It's the Uber call. Very successful in that one, Ritri.
Ritri just saying sorry.
Is he, though? You know, that's the question I want to answer, because Lunatic Flux is going to be suffering from that loss from Tabak. And the other 3 members now, they just have to keep alive now. And Ritri, thank goodness that the 2 side vehicles were taken out. That allows him to drive a little bit further now, trying to get to the next location.
Blossom close to the center of the circle. They're more east-leaning, I would say. They're just a bit north, maybe northeast of Rajak. Just in that area over there where there's not much civilization. Lots of trees, though.
Freaker Freaks Fatal on the edge here. Gonna see the close circle. Gonna start the blue damage upon them. They have a vehicle to move forward, but what a shot coming in from Mira there on 7 King.
Yeah, Lunatic High, all of them, they're beginning to get angry as they lost Tabak.
Taking out the anger onto other teams is a bad sportsmanship, but we appreciate that in PUBG.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. And this Ace taking a bit of a circle back, actually. It's 2 members, while the other 2 members, Christus and Songjang, stay in Yasnaya.
See what that means, though. We're still looking at the rotation coming in a little bit late for all these teams, and we're not seeing the early rotation we're so used to from the previous 3 rounds. Just means that the players are being more careful and trying to reduce the risk of trying to get caught out early in the center of the rotation we see from a lot of the teams here. Cloud9 having a hard time.
Cloud9 cheering section not enjoying this passage of play as Catch gets shot in the back.
Gonna be a little bit below Severny, where they initially began out, and Stelber and Kameshki is gonna be feeling fine, but has to defend out their position as we see the next circle opening up.
Here we go. Okay, that's gonna be good for Genji Black. Especially, they don't have to move at all, and there's nobody behind them. Is anyone going to make that rotation south of the big hill?
Ooh.
Definitely a chance here.
See this find outside the circle there. Rage trying to get some kills and gets 1 onto $4 okay.
Yep, $4 not okay this time around.
No. That's a
It'll be at least $5.
Oh, no.
to pass the Rage toll.
$4 was not okay in that instance.
Yeah.
Bring more dollars next time. Blossom trying to make their rotation as well. They're going to be right above Rojak, I'd say, across the river, and trying to make that rotation early. They are not too far away, and they're Ology Centurion just right beyond their tracks here, and C9 also trying to make their rotation with 1 vehicle. All 4 members in here. We've seen what happens to this instance once it goes wrong.
Certainly, teams are going to be butting heads just a bit. You could see through the terrain, actually, that C9 was approaching many other members, but for now, actually, they're okay. They actually have a lot of teams behind them.
Freaker Freaks Fatal just traveling outside the circle once again. Ology Centurion just below shooting range. Just trying to get to where they are for the next location. They're going to see C9 on the mixer, so DDSG and I think Session, of course, the old buddies. See what they do against each other here.
Oh, C9, they have the hill here. Will they take some shots up against RG Centurion?
Just trying to wait out for the right timing to go for the shots there. Just going to go for it now and see if they can get the knock on the DDSG.
Well, they missed him. Larum is going to be up next. But Larum taking that farther path to saying, I want none of those shots onto me.
Okay, looking at into Ace and Freaker Freaks Fatal. See what they can do. But still looking at RG Centurion. Not done with this one yet.
Yeah, now they're running into Lunatic High Flux. Ooh, actually, Shadow gets blown up by Christus. And still trying to drive through. Looks like RG Centurion should be fine.
See them just get to the next location. That's going to be fine for them. Lunatic High Flux couldn't get the kill they wanted. And Freaker Freaks Fatal after losing that one. In the meantime, with Shadow going down and trying to just drive through with all 3 vehicles. Going to go as a 3-man squad. It's going to be feeling fine, but Entace is going to be still outside the circle, so see what they can do here.
Going to take a look at what Christus could do. Oh, he actually blew up that car from that distance. Wow. Gets the kill onto Shadow because of it, and that's a huge blow to a Freaker Freaks Fatal because Shadow is their VIP. He's the guy that's getting the majority of the damage down in all of PWM. He's #1, and they took him out early on in this game.
And that makes the Freaker Freaks Fatal a lot weaker in terms of the damage output they could possibly do. Memory gets out after making a rotation there a little bit outside of where RG Centurion is, but definitely equally within that circle right now. So RG Centurion, Fire, and Cloud9, and Lunatic Eye Flux all in the mixer. It could be able to see each other and see what they can make out of the plays there.
RG Centurion, just a nice little house here. Not too many houses, just a small compound, maybe 2 or 3. And they're surrounded by a lot of teams. Yes, they could have made a more aggressive rotation, but when you have this many teams around you, sometimes you have to play it safe. Jaden making things interesting. He wants to play bumper cars with his teammate, but they really need to rotate soon as they're coming in the north side of the circle.
Come on, lads, let's play some PUBG instead of bumper cars. And we're seeing a Freaker Freaks Fatal on that same path as we saw from RG Centurion. Going to make it safely as most teams have invested a little bit towards the south. And we're going to see the next circle opening up. This is going to be a very interesting one to keep track of.
Oh, it's right there on top of Gen Z Black once again. And not to mention also Media Bridge MCN. And, well, they're not high on the ratings today, but they did a decent job last week. And they've got the main compound. Let's see if ROG Centurion, they're going to be rushing in right now amongst other teams.
And we're going to see this play right here, just driving along the Himalayas, but I think we want to see back in North Georgia, but with RG Centurion, BSG, Luna, and Fire all in the mix there. Get to see that very, very soon here.
Oh, look at this. Aquafy spinning out already. With Hyman coming on in as well. Fire in the compound, taking a lot of shots here at Hyman and DDSG. Not able to land any of them, though, as the majority of the members are going to get through. Clux, they're going to take the safe route. They say, well, we'll just swim on over. We don't need any vehicles. So we'll just go from there.
Gen Z Black, who's been in that position the entire time, and now going to find some defensive opportunities with so many teams coming in. RG Centurion coming in. DDSG gets blown up here by Memory.
Memory able to get a kill here. Hyman also on the sights for Sexy Pig. We've seen what this guy can do. He's a pretty insane fragger, Sexy Pig.
Possibly the best in Korea. Has been argued over and controversially just debated over what that really means, but Team Clux finally making it into ruins here. They're going to try to fight against Zod Gaming here.
It's the Navy SEALs coming up from the water, trying to take over the compound from Clux, and it's going to work. They're going to take out 2 members. New 2K going to get the knock onto Leclos and the kill.
Iris is going to be the last one remaining here with so many members of Zod Gaming. I do not see Clux surviving for very long here.
Yeah, good move. All 4 members taking them by surprise. And now it's Aries just peeking around a corner in the one building that's left over. They should know he's in here. The grenade is going to miss the window.
I have a brief idea. Aries just going to be spotted right now.
Yeah, not much he can do. You got 2 members shooting at you, and down goes Clux early on. And now we got a fight here. C9 versus a Freaker Freaks Fatal.
It's going to be outside the bridge, though, outside the circle, and they have to make a rotation in. Freaker Freaks Fatal just ignoring every casualty they face. Just trying to get Cloud9 into the mix there. It'll be important for these guys, but this one right here.
Rage didn't see that one coming. Detonator trying to take over the compound. They may just do so. Allen is pretty low, and he's going to be taken out by the M4.
Being just trying to rush in here for the rest of the fight to go along with, but Detonator's trying to finish the job here.
It's only, well, actually, Gaiken from the side is there. Yoni able to come in and take down Ilgo one-on-one, and he's reloading, and down he goes.
Yaken's going to be able to finish the job here for Detonators, and they're going to be feeling fine in their current position that they stand. They're in that little compound right on the edge, just below Ruins, and it's going to be feeling fine for now, but Entase is trying to hold Ruins against the other teams here. Oh, look at this next circle, though.
Yeah, that's in the Himalayas, as you called them. Is that actually the official name for that?
A lot of people call it the Himalayas because it's the biggest mountain we have in all of PUBG, and you see that once again being the part of the circle. So that's going to be a lot of teams moving towards that area, trying to play along the mountainous side, trying to see what position they can get on the high ground, kind of remembering the side we saw from Miramar.
Well, we saw what Wicked did. They're trying to get on the left side of that big mountain range, the Himalayas, and they were able to do so successfully, but now Asterix is up on the mountain too.
Dodger Centurion, after making that tough rotation, they got away from fire, but here they are once again trying to just get along the mountains and trying to see what they can do, but still many shots coming back and forth here.
Yeah, you can tap him down here, M4 with the vertical stock. You can actually just throw the grenade down the hill too, if you really need to.
Vino's gonna be keeping an eye on Panda and see what they could do, but you know, Hunt's gonna get a team kill accidentally there. Kind of didn't want that one.
Headshotted him even. Ooh, nice quick knock there by Sato. Haven't seen much of Nightwolf. And here comes C9. They're trying to charge into the containers. Only Sexy Pig is here for now. He's got his teammate quite close though, Grammatic.
Grammatic's gonna be right there, so it's gonna be 2v4 if they get spotted, but
they're trying to drive away.
The vehicle's gonna be moving, so that's gonna be Cloud9 trying to spot this out early, and trying to get the shots off and gonna get the 2 kills onto Genji Black. Will be very important towards their scoreline. It's gonna be Genji Black getting away.
Good move by Genji Black. They knew that, you know, 4-man teams, 4-man squads are gonna be moving into the containers. They need to go into the circle anyway. It's better to just run. Here comes Stingception and Catch trying to take over the compound from ROG Centurion. 2-on-2 right now. Stingception turning the wrong way is going to get shot down, and so does Catch. And Hunsuk takes out the 2 members all by himself.
So once again, a 2-2 split for Cloud9 is going to find him suffering. In that rotation, I wonder what was that all about, because in the end, you just went against 2v2 and you couldn't win out. So the trust you have in your shots towards that 2 members who did rush in was not the right choice, in my opinion, in terms of C9 couldn't got a better position with all 4 clusters together.
Well, we got the circle closing in directly on the mountain range, so this is where we're going to be looking at lots of mountain fights around here. Isco is able to get a knock off screen, and he does get the kill finally onto Tupac. He dies once again.
Isco, very, very well done with that 4-time skill. He'll be feeling fine, but just looking towards the rest of the members of Sandbox.
So accurate.
There you go, and there's going to be a lot of fight happening around the mountainside here, and you can see the next circle opening up, but still looking at Media Bridge, trying to knock down the members of Entices.
Yeah, that's going to be 2 members going down already. Aqua from Media Bridge able to take out 3. Down goes the entire team of Entices.
And something's out, and that's going to be them going down in 17th place here.
By the way, Sexy Pig able to take down Fire's 930 as well, so Genji Black still in a good spot.
C9 Eureka knew exactly where ROG Centurion was and takes the shots and gets the 1 knock onto Alarm here.
Sandbox not having a fun time. They're going to be totally knocked out here by Blossom. As 4-2-4 trying to loot up and get shot from behind. Aquafire says, you wasted your time, buddy. CCJ goes down too, and that's it for Blossom.
You can never feel too safe when you're out in the open like that, and BSG Luna made them pay on that one. And Genji Black still looking towards C9, who initially got them out of this container area. The original homeowners there, but now going to be fighting 2v2 here.
Oh, this is good. 2 of the main celebrity teams, if you will. 2 of the favorites here, Genji Black and C9, going head-to-head a bit.
C9 in an awful position, though. They have to make their movement in, but they got ROG Centurion on the right, on the left, and they got Genji Black on the right end. How do they make the rotations in without a vehicle? And we're going to see them trying to just throw a smoke and hopefully get in.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it. Alarm goes down. Sexy Pig, this guy. Unbelievable accuracy. Ooh, look at this. Nice long-range kill there.
So Gaming at the top of the mountain, trying to get some kills onto Nightwolf, trying to just make their entrance here.
That's on the right side of the mountain range. Suck is going to go down. Sexy Pig being so good at gatekeeping, and Eureka, the only one left available. He's going to have to loot and try to med up and somehow get in.
It's going to be the question here, but Hunsuk's going to be in the mix as well. Is he going to be able to spot him out? Because Eureka doesn't know that Hunsuk's going to be in here.
Yeah, he's just trying to drive away, trying to survive. Oh, he's going to get in. But he's got people shooting him. Sexy Pig wants to take out C9, but he cannot.
13 teams remaining. That could have been a 13th place finish for Eureka and C9. Thank goodness that he's going to be surviving there for his team. And they're going to live to see another day. And ROG Centurion trying to make their movement in as well. But Zol Gaming has a really good compound. just right above the hills there and trying to work with their position to shoot downward as we see the other team trying to do the same.
Now Zeraton goes out for Nightwolf. He's taken out. Hunsuk also taken out. We had 3 teams in a row taken out as also Media Bridge MCN goes down. Let's see the next circle because this is going to get insane on this mountain range.
Oh.
C9's happy. Yurika's real happy with that circle as he has cover in the tree line at the bottom of this mountain range.
Yurika barely has to move on this one to get to the next one, so he's going to wait for the circle to move along with him. And Genji Black, not a bad circle for them either, but it's going to be about the teams at the south. And there you see one of them, PSG Luna, trying to make their rotation in, but they have to be careful with Zol Gaming shooting down with them.
Yeah, Motoke, he should have dealt with Isco first before changing his sights. This is the fight for the top of the hill. Rocket Inv up against Zod Gaming. These 2 teams made it in early on. Looks like Padak is going to just run away from a grenade.
See them just move in here, but Proud can see what they can do with the current position. Zod Gaming just going to get off the mountain here, trying to get down back to the ground level. Important for these guys how they see this.
Man, BSG Luna is unbelievable. I love this rotation. Come all the way around the east side, deal with Zod Gaming first. They saw them early on, and they're just so accurate as well. Gonna try to take out Motoke quick. 2 more members of Zod Gaming as BSG Luna begins to infiltrate. The circle's moving as well. They got to move fast.
They have 4 members against 2 members of Zod Gaming. They're going to feel very, very confident about entering this one. Padak, he's not going to get the res on here.
They're going to try.
He's going to try, but this is a very dangerous one where BSG Luna is going to be coming around the corner, trying to get the rest of the 2 members of Zod Gaming.
Yeah, I don't really like this res. It's very risky. And there you go, 1 grenade! And 1 shot is all it takes to take out the entirety of Zod Gaming.
BSG Luna, this is exactly what we've been characterizing just over the weeks of mastering their craft, and here they are looking very, very good with 4 members can make the clear rotation onto the next circle.
Yeah, and they own that east side of the range too. It's going to be a lot harder for all those western teams to fight up against each other while 4 members of BSG Luna are just breathing down your neck.
Bapo's going to be just trying to heal out here. It's going to be out in the open. It does have 5 first aids, and just hoping that 1 more team dies out before him to get 7th into a possible 6th here.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. That mountain range is just too steep, actually. You got Astric right in front of you. Vino, another one of these members who is trying to scout over here on the left side for Astric.
Rocket Inv is playing too scared here in this FPP mode. They know how to play defensively, but they're going against it here. See what they can do with this next circle opening up.
BSG Luna fans cheer as the Cloud9 fans are not cheering at all. DC tries to jump down and catch him by surprise, but he's going to be the first one knocked and killed from Astric.
This means that Astric knows exactly where the other members are, but still having a hard time against Rocket Inv though.
Papo goes down 2 in 7th place. Proud going to get another kill onto Say Ho. He's not saying ho anymore. He'll be saying GG soon. But now BSG Luna wants a piece of the action. They're coming in the left side.
They heard the shots coming through Valdez, and they're going to go for the shots right away. When they hear people, they're going to go for the kills.
But now Hexa can hear them, and Proud is facing that way. Steals the kill onto Seho.
Let's see, BSG Luna, are they going to have position to knock away from the side of Rocket Inv? Playing scared for the last few circles, and that's not the play to approach. When you have a good position, you have to play offensively, as we see BSG Luna making the best out of their efforts.
Genji Black, I'm curious to see how they're going to make their way into the circle, because it's not so good. They got to run up a mountain into BSG Luna, and you got Yurika actually behind them all. We'll see what maneuvers he does. Grammatic is going to go down quick. As Setsi Peg, he's going to pick up 2 members, though, by himself. I'm not sure if he can get the res, but the least he can do is survive for his team. As I say that, Yurika picks up the kill, and that's going to wipe out Genji Black just like that. Yurika gets that very necessary kill to try to get ahead of Genji here. Aqua 5 gets shot here by Hexa.
This will probably decide the chicken dinner, Valdez, as we see Rocket Inv versus the BSGL. The one that wins out this one will probably have the best chances to win the last chicken dinner of the day.
Yeah, BSG Luna in 2nd place currently in the standings. If they win this one, certainly they'll go out in 1st. Let's see the circle, though. Really good for BSG Luna. get the res on Aqua 5, win the fight against Rocket Im.
I think they got it, Valdez. I think they got it, but they still have many more assignments they need to take care of.
Yeah, Proud and Hexa here. Looks like Hexa is the one that's actually alive. Down goes Panda. He was hiding somewhere. Fire is going to get 4th place.
Rocket Im. He's going to have 2 and also have Eureka on the flank there. So they're going to have to watch for multiple directions, but they can do that with 4 members looking towards the variety of fields right now. But Eureka, I don't think he's going to be spotted right now, so Isco has to keep a keen eye on towards that direction. Yeah,
love the position here from PSG Luna. They're sufficiently spread out, but not too much so. They got 1 member looking at Eureka saying, if you move, you're dead. The other 3 members dealing with the 2 members of Rocket Im.
You got even drafted right in the flanks of where Eureka can move around. Let's see him move around here. Is he going to be spotted, though? Going to be a Rocket Im. Can they get second, or is it going to be a battle? Eureka hoping to get the second over Rocket Im here.
Trying to take some shots for the smoke. Look at Wicked coming from behind. He spots him. He's going to go for it. Proud goes down first, and Hexa on the left. He needs to take it out, and he does. Second. Eureka's going to get second.
Cloud9.
What can he do, though? He's going to fight. He doesn't care. He knows PSG Luna got first already.
That's fine, but what does this mean for Cloud9? Are they going to get the top 3 they were looking for? This is going to be the question here.
He needs to get as many kills as possible. Tries to go for the kill here, and he cannot do it. Wicked is going to get the last kill, and PSG Luna, with that chicken dinner, no doubt, are going to be going in first place.
The most exciting team we have now in Korean PUBG does get the chicken dinner to round out the day. PSG Luna, aggression is their definition of the word itself, and here they are once again showing that this works out, and the game is all about shooting games. It's all about shooting your guns, and PSG Luna is all about that, and they show that this type of method, this type of game style does work in competitive play. And here they once again, Eureka is going to be the happiest man alive, having a great day 3 and really pulling out his team and gets that thumbs up, knowing that second place will probably get them way close to the top 3.
This guy, he carried his team from what could have been, who knows, a 13th place finish, right? You said it in that moment. You're like, wow, if he died there to RG Centurion, that would have been a 13th place finish compared to 2nd place. That is huge for Cloud9.
Cloud9 just wants to get to the finals without playing the wild cards, and this is kind of what leads up to everything, because we saw the 2 members of Genji Black having a hard time against Cloud9 with Eureka getting that double kill to finish at the end. But this all wouldn't have happened if this didn't happen earlier in this game, where 2 members of Genji Black died in the early game.
Funny situation here. Tabak is trying to help out Retri and ends up dying himself.
Great shots coming from Mira as well.
Yeah, he had a lot of good spraying in this game. Lots of cars that blew up, lots of knocks from the cars. And this was a great play up from the water, actually, was Zod Gaming. Leklo hits the floor, but there's nothing that Klux could really have done, as it was 3-on-4 and they were 2 spread out.
Zod Gaming did a very good job there, and Aris was playing, along with the entire team, Klux was playing scared the entire 4 rounds in here, and I feel like that's not the right approach to take if you want to continue on from the success you had in week 2. And this is what we were talking about, teams that does well on one day, if they can't do it on the next day apart, they are not the best teams in Korean PUBG.
Oh, we're going to get this highlight. Not going to make the C9 fans too happy. Hunsuk just 1v2s. Catch ending Inception. Didn't expect them. Yeah,
it was more about the Inception facing the wrong way in that instance, and if he did have the right path to it, I think he would have easily got the kill with the help of his teammate.
Yeah. More shots here onto Larm. ROG Centurion. They even survived for a decent amount of time, but not long enough.
And this was a key part of the game coming really, really soon here. Sexy Pig and along with Grammatics getting so many crucial kills that got them in the standings, but it was all about Eureka getting that crucial kill onto the 2 members that beat Genji Black. That was also important in getting very close to the chicken dinner.
PSG Luna, I mentioned it, that rotation to the right side to deal with Zod Gaming was so good. They knew, okay, there's only 1 team up there on the mountain. We can take them by surprise on the right side. And they did exactly that, and the circles helped them out. Eureka, the kill from behind onto Sexy Pig to end Genji Black's game was also really nice.
So that last circle being the all-important one for PSG Luna to separate their 4 members, and here they're looking very, very good now, getting the crucial kills where they needed, really off a good rotation. They weren't giving the circles to them, but they still got the very nice win at the end.
Yurika trying to get that last kill onto Draft. Didn't work out, but he got second for his team instead of 13th place. So props to him. He certainly does deserve that. So guys, we are going to go over to the interview. I'll let Joel translate.
Ending out the day after week 3 began with such a splur, and I really saw all the teams doing really well here, and we're gonna try to just see what the teams are made of in this last week of the regular season. And we're gonna talk about the just trying to go for the players and that had the biggest impact with PSG Luna. Having a talk with them, see how they feel about today's matches. Absolutely wonderful plays coming from you guys today, and anything you'd like to say about the win you got today? I mean, our recent weeks haven't been as good, but I feel like today was all about kind of overcoming the deficits we had earlier in the previous, and that really was really good. You talk about PSG Luna as a whole, right? I mean, you talk about having individual performances, but you guys got the win that you needed there, and we guys talking about second last week, and could have been a lot better for you guys. But after today, what did you think about to talk about with your teammates about today's results? And we had the PSS finals, and really was kind of a disappointment for us, and our form did really decrease over time there, and the 4 of us was really trying to cooperate with each other instead of arguing with each other, and that teamwork and that cooperation really helped us to become a better team once again. I feel like that really contributed to today's results today. Of course, you do have multiple steps in going to the finals, and really important for you guys to keep that cooperation up to get that teamwork up, and I feel like the practice is going to be a key part in contributing to the success that you guys are really tasting nowadays. And just coming from the mid parts of the season, and you're really coming to that as a kind of new team that really nobody really recognized as to being the best team right now and one of the best teams in Korea. Do you feel like the practice contributed to so much of the success part of this? Yeah, we always try to fight as much as we can, even during scrims, and instead of trying to get the better position, we're trying to beat over the other teams. That is our goal, and even if we do get out in 20th place, we still feel accomplished for the fact that we got better at our shooting and finding the other teams. That was our most priority in that perspective there. Talk about the aggressive plays being so unique to PSG Luna. And you really showed that it feels like nobody really knows how many kills you got, but 41 kills after 3 weeks. And that is something, cut off the interview, that is incredible, just to mention that more than 10 kills per day. And resuming to the interview here, but what is the biggest thing that really contribute to your guys' priorities on trying to get the kills as much as you can? Along with me and my 3 teammates, and we have really talented shooters, and if we do have the good positioning to get the shots up, we feel like we can show that we can get the kills every time, and just getting the many kills, I think that really translates into good results, so we're really proud of that. And you talk about rankings, really doesn't matter when you have so many kill points to add on to that, and when you show in Miramar and show monstrous plays, talking about the shots that really paid off for you guys into the late game. And it feels like for the Miramar, the Erangel games were more important today, because seems like, what does it seem like that you dominated with Erangel? How does that feel to dominate both maps now? We don't really like Erangel that much because not many fighting opportunities arise with the compounds being so prevalent, but and we try to do well on both maps, but of course we're trying to just get the farm that we need for the earliest minutes and try to get to a good position so we can have a good position to fight against the other teams and probably get the kills, and that strategy that we had planning coming out, and it didn't come out to a good result in scrims, but I feel like today's games, and especially in round 4, I feel like we tried the same thing, and there was really no other team that was contesting us at the time, so it really made us much easier for us to get the kills and get the wins there. Of course, you guys must have had a lot of disappointments in Erangel because you guys performing so well in Miramar, but Erangel is a little bit different for you guys, but doing well today. Probably got rid of all that disappointments in the end. Let's look at the rankings here, but today was a really disappointing, could have been disappointing for you guys, but you guys did so well, and third 2 times in a row, and just talking about that first place overall, and you had to go through that rankings to make sure, really needed that chicken dinner to get your confirmation into the finals. And you talk about the high risk, high reward situation that you guys really took the approach there, and it felt like could have went the other way around. But what was the kind of the biggest contribution to getting that risk into your plays here? But I feel like as long as we move closer to FPP, I think our team style and the team characteristics show off a lot better, and I feel like BSG Luna really shines when the fight is the priority, and I feel like that's the mindset we take, and we try to just make sure we get the kills along the path. Of course, you do have the finals left, and there's nothing stopping you guys now. And you do have the advantage points that goes forward with getting the really good standings in the regular season. With the finals now underway, what are the kind of the thoughts going into the finals as you're now secured in that spot? You know, we're trying to end the finals. We're not gonna just overdo things, and we're not gonna just be regularly aggressive and try to relive the colors that we represent as a BSG Luna, and with the coaching staff helping us so much, and because of them, we're such a successful team now, and we're trying to just make them proud and trying to get good results in the finals as well. Of course, we just hope that, you know, you guys do just as well in the finals as well. But that was BSG Luna with Wicked on that interview, saying regularly aggressive, just mildly aggressive is this goal for the finals. I wonder if they can get that done, because they've been extremely aggressive, but in the rightest of ways.
Yeah, I mean, this team's certainly one of the favorites now after a fantastic day 3 from them. No doubt they got first on the day, right? I'm curious to see where that places them from all the other days, because they were 8th place before today. Certainly a lot of points added on there. But we're going to get a look at the standings here in just a second. Perhaps from 39th place, but we'll get a look at them, Joel, eventually.
Really important to decide who's going to make it to the finals here. See the 19th through 11th. This is just for the groups A and D, the teams that played today. Yeah. Everything will be decided on Wednesday when the last 2 groups with B and C, once they play out their games, we'll know who gets to the final. But teams at the very top of the standings here with the top 3 to top 5, I'm sure they will have a good chances now already securing their spot in the finals.
Blossom showing that even if you get a chicken dinner in round 1, you can still end up in 11th place. And there we go, guys. BSG Luna up on top. There was no doubt about that. Genji Black able to get second, but Cloud9 with the heroic performance from Eureka gets 3rd place ahead of Zod Gaming and ahead of OGN and Entis Ace.
I think Cloud9 should be giving a real chicken dinner to Eureka after his wonderful performance out of all 4 rounds. He was the best performer, the MVP for Cloud9 in total throughout the day, and it's done so well. But let me get the face back to Bomb Spirit Gaming Luna. What does this team represent? Are they the best team in Korea? Perhaps not. I think Genji Black sort of represents that a little bit better, but I think it's more important to see that BSG Luna, I think they might be the most exciting team that everyone loves now here in Korea.
Well, I mean, you look at the stats like this, right? Wicked's up on top with 16 kills on the day. 41 kills as a squad just today, Joel. And that's ahead of the 2nd place by 13 kills. Genji Black only get 28.
I mean, out of 28 kills, you see Sexy Pick getting 15. That's an incredible individual stat, but let's focus our eyes on Olympic Gaming Luna. There's never been a team here in Korea who has been this aggressive and has shown this amount of success as BSG Luna and Wicked, Isco, and so many of the other players right now is the BSG Luna looking like one of the most exciting prospects we have here in this region to carry them forward, hopefully represent us in the international realms as well.
Well, taking a look at our next match, this will be on Wednesday, May 30th. Of course, groups B and C are going to be going head-to-head here. We take a look at the teams that are still in this one. Actostars Red, OPGG Hunters up at the top there, as well as Genji Gold from Group C. Obviously, we will have tons of fans here just to see Eska. I'm excited for that.
I mean, we're getting a look at Genji right now. Genji Black, are they the best team in Korea? I think they still are. Getting 2nd on the day. There's probably going to be in the day points combined. They're probably still being 1st place overall in all of PWM. But we're getting to see the new teams with BSG Luna no longer just an exciting team anymore. They are a good team, and they can carry on this performance day in and day out as long as they bring the team play style in the ways out.
Yeah, it was a fun day, Joel. As always, a pleasure to cast with you. But that's going to do it for us. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.